And just as retirement benefits is one of the key issues in those auto talks, planning for your retirement is an issue. It's an issue for all of us to be thinking about. And one of the biggest challenges of retirement is planning for your potential health care needs in your older years. And joining us now to talk about it is Carol Barbour. She's the president and CEO of Friends Life Care at Home. We're going to find out what that's all about. But let's talk about it right now because this involves us all. It's good news, Carol. We're living to be older. Life expectancy is rising at greater advantages of more than ever in history. Should we be thinking about planning for our retirement already?
Absolutely, Joe. The sooner people plan, the better. And there's really two parts to planning. People tend to think of saving money to pay for their care in the future, but they need to be thinking about who's going to provide that care? Where am I going to turn when I need that care? So there's really two important parts of the planning to do. Okay,
well, let's work through that, especially right now, a difficult time for so many of us out there and here. We think about, hey, it's hard to make ends meet sometimes. Is this just for the wealthy, or is this for all of us?
No, this is really for all of us. Anybody that has putting a little bit of a nest egg out there that they need to protect, I think is really important for everybody. Financial planners say that by the time you're 52 years old, you really need to have a plan in your mind and start implementing that plan. And like other options, the younger you are when you make that plan, the cheaper it is.
Kind of like life insurance, you're saying?
Absolutely.
Well, what about Uncle Sam, though? You got Medicare, Social Security. Should we count on Uncle Sam to help us?
You can count on Uncle Sam to help you in some ways. Medicare is going to be there to take care of your doctor's bills, to pay if you need a hospitalization, if you have prescription needs, but it's not going to pay for your chronic custodial long-term care needs. We can't depend on the government for that. That's going to be for us.
What is Friends Life Care at Home?
Friends Life Care at Home is a Quaker nonprofit organization based in the Philadelphia area that has a program that helps people access care and pays for the care. People enroll in our program when they're healthy and well, anywhere from age 40 to 80. And our promise to them is to help them stay in their own homes for as long as possible, regardless of a change in their health.
People, you know, we want to look to somewhere where we can trust. Your advice on that, obviously we don't want to be too much of a commercial for you, but you are a nonprofit organization. How do we know who we can trust?
There are other emerging organizations in the area. I would advise people to go to the websites, to do their research, look at government agencies, state agencies that might provide regulatory oversight. For example, Friends Life Care at Home has regulatory oversight by the Department of Insurance in Pennsylvania as a continuing care provider.
Carol, let's be honest, you know, no one really wants to think about this. That's the, you know, it's not easy. We're in a state of a denial. Of course, we want to live to be 90, we baby boomers. We want to play tennis till we're 90. We want to go to the opera and write the opera. Okay, as we saw at the beginning of our show, we see people enjoying golf. But are we in danger if we're in denial?
I think denial is the biggest challenge for organizations like ours and for the baby boomers, because you're right, we all think of ourselves disco dancing up there at age 100, and it's really important for us to start our planning now and think about these
All right, well, when
needs.
you say now, not to interrupt you, but you say now, 7 out of 10, according to the AARP, folks in their 60s are going to see a life-changing event. It could be anywhere from a stroke to a fall. So if we're talking about that in the 60s, at what age should we be thinking about our retirement?
Financial planners think that by the age of 52, you really need to have a plan in place. That's the ideal time. The longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to be and the greater chance of you having that life-altering change in your health.
I want to get to the real heart of this at the end here. All right, we're talking about home. That's a real powerful word. What does it mean, especially if we look at retirement? Is home a part of our healing process and quality of life quotient?
That's what we think, that's what we believe, and that's what we hear from all the people that are enrolled in our program, that 85% of Americans say they want to retire in their own homes. Familiar surroundings, family, it's the place people want to be.
She's Carol Barbour, President and CEO of Friends Life Care at Home. We think about this, the headline is, hey, you know what, let's start preparing for it because we're going to have those golden years ahead of us. Thanks for being with us.
Great, thank you.
And a reminder, we want to hear from you. If you have a question, you can call or email us on the web. We are at cna.tv, and our Money Matters voice box, 1-877-862-9374.